Assalamu alaikum dear student, and welcome with the chapter number 3, the traits of in farm animals. So far we have covered the genetic sources of our country, then the role of animal breeding and genetics to improve the genetic resources, and now the next question is that once you have decided to improve the genetic resources, then which traits you would be taking care of. So here we discuss in this chapter the traits of the importance or economic importance in the farm animals. Now man and his animals, they have the very long relationship. Uh, you might have gone through how the animals, they were domesticated in the livestock management courses. It started in the Neolithic times, the domestication of the livestock species, and started with the exception of the dog, which was used in earlier in Paleolithic era. So most of the other farm animal species, they were domesticated from the wild animals during the Neolithic time. The modern farmer can improve the animal performance, and they did it. In fact, we have examples of the developed nations where they developed their breeds to specialized dairy or the beef animals, or as a wool type animals, or as a mutton, as a other utilization of these animals. So we can do it, and as the examples are there. Then the traits, a general comment. Often a breed try to breed for too many things at once. So that's not, uh, uh, you can say, the important thing. The important thing is that, or this is not the practicable way. Rather, what we should do, we should first define which type of animals we need in next few years, or what we expect from animals to perform in terms of milk, or in terms of beef production, or in terms of the milk production. And according to that, carefully we define the traits which are to be selected, and these traits definitely they should do have the market value. So according to the market, they should be defined and then practiced selection over a period of time. So if you select too many traits for the selection program, definitely it will slow your rate of the progress. So select the key important traits. For example, if I will go for the fertility, I will go for the resistance, and I will go for the milk production, for example. Within milk production, I will not go to further details. Just I can go for the what's the fat percentage, the most concern for me. So I would have only 4, 5, 6 traits in my a maximum up to the 5 traits in my bucket, and then I will try to manipulate them. So those traits which are negatively correlated, for example, milk production and the fertility, they should be taken care at the same time. Then the priority order for the required characters. This is very important. As I have told you that I will set priority, okay, milk production and fertility and the resistance. And for that I will go for the mastitis or somatic cell score. This will be my priority, and fat. So these 4 things are added, and I will record for that for some period of time and select the animals or future parents. Now, the breeders, they might require a lot of traits, but maybe they are looking for the beauty, the horn shape, and then the whether they horned or not, and shape of the udder, and many things. But a genetist, they would be carefully looking what are the most important from genetic point of view, and how much control is that of the genetics, and how much we can improve in a given span of time. According to that, they will define. Now, traits in farm animals. So here there should be, you can say, there should be some agreement between genetist and breeder that what we are going to select. This sort of exercise we did with the National Center, where we all the breeders, they were available with us, and the scientific committee, they defined certain traits for the trait for selection in case of Sahiwal cattle and the Nili Ravi buffalo. So farmers and genetics, they should sit together to define it. Now simple traits like code color, or complex traits like growth and survival. What you are going to select? Code color, it would be much easier to select because these are controlled by very few genes, but the growth or the milk production or these traits, they are contributed by many genes. So they are quantitative traits, and they require more time. Then whether they are objective, measured in positive terms such as weight, length, area, they have some quantifiable value, or they are subjective, where you need scores, for example grades. For example, the body condition score, this is appraisal value. It do not have any, you can say, quantitative value. So we equate it with the quantitative value. So which type of traits you are going to select, this is also important, whether it is objective or the subjective. Now among the traits which we select in the farm animal, the most important thing is the reproduction. The number of the eggs shed from the ovary, ovulation rate, this could be the one measure of the trait of the reproduction. Then the number of the eggs fertilized, ovum implanted in the uterus. Then the number of the dams pregnant per 100 joined with the male, or per 100 inseminated, or the 100 of per 100 insemination. The number of the offspring born per animal, giving birth to the per animal. So it starts from the number of the eggs shed to the number of the live birth. So these all are the indicators of the, you can say, fertility. Then the number of the offspring castrated. Generally they are castrated at the age of the 3 months. So that is the weaning age. So that means the number of the animals which are weaned. From fertility, from the conception to the weaning, how much do we have there? This all are the indicator of the fertility. Number of the offspring weaned from the dam at a standard age. Then the fertility is restricted to points A to D, but fecundity point E to F. So these are two different things, fertility and fecundity. Fertility from A to D, number of the offspring born, that's the. After that is the fecundity, that how many animals they survive to the certain age, that comes under the definition of the fecundity. Then the male, in case of male, there are fertility, it covers the aspect of the quantity and quality of the sperm, spermatozoa or the semen, libido or the service drive. And here are, you can see the couple of pictures. Defective, there are more defective, you can say, the sperm in picture 2 as compared to the picture 1, that is the A, it is more normal sperms. Something stuck. Okay, that's all for the, I guess, fertility traits, and in next lecture we're going to the other traits. Oh, that would be starting with the birth traits and the survival. Thank you very much.